Hi you guys, I just wanted to give you a check-in, rundown, etc. what's going on. There's so many things I'm bottling up and so many things I'm not saying. Part of it's out of a straight humiliation of the circumstances I've kind of put upon myself. There are periods of time where I just completely break down and just break down all my walls and just completely am transparent for you to see all of the things that make up my personal life experience. There's some things I don't necessarily feel comfortable to talk about in some essence where it feels like I am put into danger or into circumstances where you're going to hold information against me and treat me differently because of your conscious recognition and your own emotional attachments to the things that you have judgments about, basically. I have a lot of things I really want to do, though managing my time has been rough for me. Shopping is one of my greatest escapes, you guys. And lately I'm wanting to purchase clothes, things that kind of identify me with my soul, if that makes sense. It's very important for me to have my own sacred space right now. I've kind of been kicking myself a lot because I chose to sign up for the situation I signed up for, the living circumstances, which at the same time, I feel like at that time in my life, basically being high on marijuana all the time, maybe, or just not having any consciousness, or giving myself time or space to really think about any things and just impulsively reacting and out of emotional response, I just really put myself in all kinds of predicaments that just don't make me feel good. And it's like I'm used to not feeling good. So I'm constantly in different predicaments which bring back same emotions that I experience all the time, such as sadness. Okay? I cried today, I don't know if you can tell. See, that's one vulnerability that isn't very fun to share. And then people are like, oh, why are you crying? And I recognize that, I'm not really in a position to cry. I mean, perhaps that's fucked up for me to even say that about my own self and well-being. Anger is a loss of love, and crying is a release of anger, if I'm not mistaken. I have so many notes I need to take down. It's just been so hard to create a space for myself. I'm thinking it would help me if I could actually on paper create some sense of structure for myself where it's like, so Fridays is errand day because the school's closed, right? Saturday is spiritual rejuvenation day. Or even the day before, 2 days for myself that I get to do that, and then back to the grind a little bit, free schedule on Sunday morning, but 1 o'clock to 8 o'clock I'm in the library. I need to memorize the library hours. I'm also excessively really into spirit animals right now, or the spiritual meaning of it. Aquadude has this amazing book on spiritual animals, and I'm struggling to speak. I slightly would like the book, okay? I have so many books, though at the same time, more so, I would like to memorize this information so when I come across a frog, or if I hear a frog sound, that I just instantly know what the significance is, and instead of just having to constantly look that up. So I would like to make notes in my book. For my own references, I need help structuring, there's no class for that. And what I'm learning, the biggest lesson more than anything right now, is the importance of a place to rejuvenate. Someone's actually offered me $20,000 to shave my head right now. And frankly, it seems like they're just pulling my D. Though, to be frank, I'm definitely considering, if someone offered me $25,000 right now to shave my head, I'm pretty tempted to do it. Because that would drastically change my life in so many different ways, right? And let me just clarify that that's for any haircut right now. Otherwise, I'm growing my hair Lady Godiva style, okay? Because I believe in the spiritual significance that the hair is our somewhat of our antennas to source. Speaking of antenna to source, I actually just purchased some new crystals and stuff. I got this little bag for my crystals. All my crystals are wrapped up. I'm kind of like driving right now, and it's not necessarily the most appropriate time to whip these out. I just spent $170 on crystals, you guys. I really, really love crystals. It's like, it's part of the reason I'm living right now. Believe me when I tell you that it's magical, and that's also what I live for, is the spiritual aspect of my existence. I feel like I really need a bath. I'm pretty sure that's what frog symbolizes as well, by the way, about cleansing our soul. Go figure. I need to take notes, you guys. I would like to learn specimens of animals better as well. Like, for example, I saw this one bird, I didn't know what it was, and luckily there was an older couple that was also simultaneously appreciating the sounds and the nature of it. They pointed out that it was an osprey. Osprey? I'm starting to feel sick again. I just got off this this magical table. I'm tempted to go book an hour there. I believe it's like $10 every 10 minutes. There's also one in Bellingham that I regret not using. It's super expensive. Though, to be frank with you, like, I would just love to have that experience. And out of everywhere I've been, I magically fell in love with Bellingham. I'll admit, I wouldn't have went there without Zachary, who's been a super helpful influence, you know. Zachary is like a great friend, and also kind of a crush, right? I guess I could say that, right? I'm a girl. Like, that matters. I don't know. I definitely have some emotions for this human being. However, I've only hung out with them like twice. I mean, like, you could count once, you know? And it's great because out there, you know, I did a lot of great work, and we had like a great partnership of just like his character, you know? You kind of just kept pointing out like all these different specimens. And just, it's like, I felt like he saw my soul, and like he fed information to my soul. Outside of the experience with this human being who kind of like enlightened me, I can't stress enough how much I fell in love with his little hometown. There's just something so magical about it. Although I just don't know business-wise how I would fit in there. Or maybe that's why I need to go there, because I don't feel like they really have people on my level and like of my spirit, you could say. You know, I'm like Diane, like I'll give away my services like really cheap. And maybe I'm screwing myself up, although what I really rather is like help the collective. So that's kind of like a bigger payment in itself, and like it doesn't even have to come to me. It's just, I don't know what it is. It's just something that's powerful. I'm actually headed to get an acai bowl, even though I'm supposed to be at the museum in 15 minutes, essentially, if I'm there when they open, right? The weather's like super gloomy. So I feel like readings could be bad today, or it would be like a waste of time to be doing readings there. So it's hard to say, because I kind of need today to be financially successful so I can align with my goals, you know? It seems like to be completely safe and to like not, I don't know, perhaps it's just like an excuse I'm creating for myself. I just feel like if I had $50,000 that I wouldn't be in a position where I am concerned, you know? Like I won't have to like look at price tags when it comes to like looking for a home, you know? Like $1,500 a month, not including electricity and Wi-Fi and food, you know, if I can survive. The whole fact that I've never done it before is what kind of creates the experience that it's just like, I fear both the success of it actually happening and the repercussions, and I also simultaneously fear it not working out in my favor. Yo, I think everybody has the same idea of coming to get an acai bowl right now. Parking lot's packed. I'm gonna pull up here on the side. I'm gonna pull up on the side. Everybody want that acai bowl. That acai bowl. You're good. I'm just gonna get some food. Oh. I see this super badass lesbian woman, dude. Alright, so I gotta get out of here. I gotta stop blabbering. Mind you, I've created a lot of videos recently that I've just recently deleted and just said no. And I made some other videos that I'm not necessarily so proud of, although it's truly documenting like an art experience out of my day-to-day living and the things that just, you could say, don't make me feel good. And I'm just choosing these things for myself over and over again. That's like the biggest thing for me that really makes me the most sick, is that I keep choosing to stay. I keep choosing to deal with this. I keep choosing to have this person in my life. I keep choosing to not generate greater things for myself, or like I'll beat myself up over the fact that I just spent like nearly $200 on crystals, right? When I'm supposed to be saving for my own clarity and sense of space. I feel like people are gonna be mad at me because I'm parked here, so I'm gonna go ahead and go get my food and prepare for work. And I just want to be transparent with you. Do my best not to get choked up here, right? Should I put on my things? What the hell? I think this person's doing what I'm doing. Are we gonna go get acai bowls together? Can you park behind me? I put my hazards on or whatever. I don't know if I needed to. No, they're doing what I'm doing. Woo! Alright, so you know what I need to do. I know what I need to do. You know what's funny is, like, as much as I could use the income right now, it feels like I'm meant to kind of take the day off and meant to go back to that table. And it's funny because that's the same information I give to my clients. I say how they need to have a moment for themselves before they can ever give anybody the full version of themselves. Like, I'm not even giving myself time to have my own version. I created space with Heather, Friday at 3:30. If you want to help my journey, you can always send cash there. That's a good place where I like to spend money. Or you can just send tribute directly to me. Hint, hint, hint. You know, naughty PayPal. PayPal! Gifts for friends and family. You gotta love the internet for the existence of those things, that we can even help people out like that when it's just mind-blowing. Did I mention I'm being encouraged to be turned into like basically a minister? So I can, or reverend, I don't even know the words, but basically so I can marry people, and then apparently people would be able to donate to me. And it would be like a tax deductible expense, or kind of weirded out because this girl just like walked by with these giant, like super long fake nails, like yellow. It's something else that I'm struggling to understand with lately. Is like, since when did it become tradition for us to like create an outward appearance that we look that way? And then since when was it like fashionably stimulating or like healthy, you know? I'm overwhelmed by the complexity, and I just can't chill my brain, and I need to do like little baby steps. I haven't really ate very well for the past few days. I'm having like a painful awakening, you could say, of like realizing certain things that are occurring. The best thing I can do for myself right now is really to put some food in my system. I need to work on manifesting more income so I can feel more financially stable and secure, so that I can feel confident in living alone and surviving for a long generation of time. And I am long-term thinking about moving somewhere else, although I have goals right now, like little tiny baby steps, right? Like finishing up my lease at the museum and going ahead and finishing up my loose ends with school. I love you. Please excuse me and my chaotic nature. I hope you love me anyway. I love you. Peace.